Hi everyone, I'm Styx, mixing and mastering engineer. Today I'm walking you through T-Rex 6 Max. 62 plugins, a full standalone mastering console, and a price that honestly feels like stealing the analog studio. I'll show you how the console works, highlight the modules I actually use, and explain why this bundle is such a strong investment for producers and engineers. First, a quick overview of versions so you know where Max sits. T-Rex 6 Intro gives you 3 essentials: an EQ, a compressor, and Master Match X Lite. The standard T-Rex 6 expands to 19 classics. T-Rex Pro jumps to 40 plugins, and Max delivers 62 plugins, including the tape machines, multi-band tools like Quad Image and Quad Saturator, BassOne for solid low end, and special processors like Jochi Corelli Vocal Strip. Mastering console, setup and key options. T-Rex isn't just plugins. It includes the mastering console, a standalone app where you can master single tracks or full albums without opening your DAW. And you can also load every module as a normal plugin inside your DAW if you want. When I launched the console, I set a few basics: audio driver, file format, and sample rate. I usually choose WAV at 32-bit float. For this demo, I'll use 48K, but 96K is also a great choice if you want minimal aliasing in your mastering session. There is a very useful checkbox called Digital Delivery Mastering. If you enable it, your master is validated against intersample peak requirements, so it's ready for platforms like Apple Music. As an Apple Digital Masters engineer, I like having that options really easy to use, baked right into the workflow. Interface overview. Now let me show you the layout, because it's fast once you know where to look. Presets are on the top left. Your clip list, your songs or stamps, sits on the bottom left. Analyzers are on the right. Spectrum, spectrogram, phase, loudness, everything we need. And in the bottom center, you have the main working window with 3 modes. Waveform for viewing and editing your audio clips. Chain for building and reordering your processors, including parallel chains. And Master Bus for global processing that hits every track in your album. That split is powerful, so you can tailor each song inside its own chain and still glue the whole record on the master bus. And it's very handy if you want, for example, make the whole album just tiny bit brighter, so you can put an EQ in the master section.
Turning grief into a fire, hoping one day it won't hurt. These are missed pages of our story, words I wish that you could hear.
Automation with snapshots. Automation in the console is snapshot-based. Instead of drawing curves, you store full plugin states at specific points. It's instant and reliable for real-world mastering, where a chorus might need wider stereo and a touch more glue, while the verse stays tighter. Fades are easy too, with control over shapes for clean heads and tails. Album assembly and export. There's also assembly mode, which is where album work becomes painless. You set track order, gaps between songs, and enter CD text. You can add ISRC codes track by track and enter UPC or EAN for the release. When it's time to deliver, export options cover everything. Standard wave masters, PQ sheets, and DDP images for pressing plans, complete with the metadata in your assembly. Now let's listen and look at the modules that matter most in Max. I'll start with Master Match X. The point isn't to clone another track, it's to learn from a reference and move your tonality and dynamics toward a target in a controlled way. I load 1 or 2 references, capture my track, and then dial the amount. You can keep it subtle and musical. There's even a handy mono maker for locking the sub-low if you need translation and solid sound on club systems. Next, BassOne. This is my go-to inside the bundle for tightening and energizing the low end without blowing up the headroom. I'll push it so you can hear the before and after. On my EVE Audio SC 2070 monitors, it's immediately clear. The bass becomes more prominent, fuller, and at the same time better controlled. On the headphones, you also notice the difference. It sounds much fuller. Tape machines are a big reason to choose Macs. You'll get character options modeled on classics, like Tascam and other tape machines. I'll drop a tape stage before gentle compression to add harmonic weight and smooth sounding in the upper area. The idea is to earn that analog feel without oversaturating the mix. Speaking of headroom and volume, loudness of your track, Stealth Limiter is a solid choice. Why? Because it has really musical modes like tight, balance, and harmonics. I'll set output ceiling appropriately for true peak delivery and let the limiter do the last few dBs. It's easy to push too far with modern masters, so I always double-check loudness on the right side in the analyzer sections and listen in the context. Quad image is another Macs-only win. It lets you shape stereo width per band. It's great for lifting a chorus, for example, while keeping the low-end mono and focused. I often widen lower mids and higher mids a touch, while keep the bass and upper part more mono. Not 100%, but a little bit more focused.
I give my heart to the music, it gets me. Music's my escape. I give my heart to the music, it gets me.
Equal gain monitoring and master bus glue. Throughout the process, I enable equal gain monitoring. It's crucial to avoid being fooled by level changes when you're A/B. With equal loudness, the tonal and spatial differences are what you judge, not volume.
Heart to the music, it gets me up, keeps me moving. No love, no pain, just it's the stage of me is what makes me feel free.
Under the hood, T-Rex leans on technologies like sonic character cloning and dynamic saturation modeling to deliver convincing analog-style behavior, which is what makes analog feel alive. Beyond mastering, the bundle is genuinely useful for mixing. The reverbs are musical, the compressors cover clean to character compression. There are vocal strip for fast results.
Didn't think you'd do me like that. Hit your phone so you can't hurt back. No, I'm sad, girl, don't text back. Gonna make you a maniac. Didn't think you'd do me like that. Hit your phone so you can't hurt back. No, I'm sad, girl, don't text back. Gonna make you a maniac.
So you can absolutely treat this bundle as a studio in the box for production, mixing, and finalizing your releases. Value matters, so here's my take. With 62 plugins plus the mastering console, T-Rex 6 Max is one of the best cost-to-result purchases you can make in 2025 if you're chasing analog tone and modern delivery. If you want me to create a full start-to-finish mastering tutorial using only T-Rex, tell me in the comments and I'll do that. If you need professional mixing or mastering, the links are in the description. You can also find my vocal presets and other resources there. Subscribe if this was helpful, hit like so more producers can see it, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao!